All right, I'm back. And I'm supposed to take up. One more thing. I'm supposed to take up one more thing before I call it a close. So this one I'm actually discussing today, or I'm discussing now, is about the 500 bonus will be coming to an end in a few hours' time. Now, the thing is this: I really wonder how many people has engaged in this 500% bonus. You know, the admin has been so gracious. He has been so nice and so loving, you know, to make sure that everybody is given an equal opportunity to benefit from this TBC. You know, he has just been wow. In fact, I can't comprehend the love that the admin has given us as a community. Honestly speaking, the admin just wants to make sure that he alleviates poverty, and but it has to be a collective effort. It's not something that is done. It's not something that is just done like that. It must be a continuous effort and an agreement. You know, the other time I was looking at agreements. You know, another name for agreement is peer to peer. If I tell you agreement, now do you agree with me that this thing will be sold for 5,000? If I say yes, I agree, and another 10,000 of us come together and agree, that's a peer to peer. It's an agreement, which is the actual TBC. TBC is based on the principle of what? Abundance and what? Peer to peer. And you see, one of the things that this TBC system is going to do, it's going to be a destructive concept, and it's going to destroy the elements. Sorry, the establishment. The establishment is the government already established system. TBC is going to work at bringing them down. One of the things that TBC is going to do is that, you know about this man called John Hader? One of the persons that I so admire, John Hader, is working on making sure that free energy is generated throughout the world. You know, and the moment free energy is generated throughout, that's a kind of decentralized energy system. Now, if we're able to have a decentralized electric energy system, you know what happens? The NEPA bills that we usually pay will be brought to an end. Why? Because it's renewable energy. That's exactly what it is. The moment we're able to have that kind of concepts, and we're able to break the system of the banks. Now, let me tell you something about banks. You know, before now, there was this post office, and what killed the post office system? It was a technology that overrode it, and that technology is the emailing system. Now, another thing is telecommunication systems. Over here in Nigeria, there is this government-owned system of telecoms that we refer to as NITEL. But you see, the rise of another telecom system known as MTN suddenly came and overthrew the system, which is the NITEL system. And all of a sudden, NITEL became obsolete. You see, it's the same thing that happened to the banks. I've been saying this often and on, but so many people think it's a joke. So many people think that that's not possible. But really, it's possible. In fact, not that it's possible, it's going to happen. It's just a thing of time. Over time, as TBC grows, you see things will begin to build around TBC naturally. And as things begin to build around TBC naturally, you'll see that the strength of the governments, the strength of the banks will begin to dwindle. And as it begins to dwindle, they have no power over it. In fact, they've already gone, but really, it's just a space of time. Okay. Now, before I go into proper details of the blog, let me first of all share my screen. Okay, so I want to share my screen, and there are some things I want to bring to our attention, which I discussed about in previous videos, but I want to also call this to our attention again. One of the things I want to call is this. I wonder how many of us has looked into this. Yeah, this is the one I'm talking about. This was done April 25th, 2016. I wonder how many of us has read this. Maybe you've not read it, but before you read it, I want you to actually watch this video. Then after you finish watching this video, then you now read. Okay, let me now read it for us. Okay. Now I'll read it very slowly so that we understand. Now, as I read, I'll try to explain. Now, this video may be a bit deep for many of you watching it. It also specifically identifies the evil perpetrated against the American people. Yet, this evil is worldwide. So you see, it's not only limited to only America, it's everywhere. The whole system of slavery is everywhere. And I'm tired of that kind of system. And I'm so certain that you too, you're tired of that kind of system. Now, if you're tired of that system, what do you do about it? I think the solution to the problem lies in your very hands. All right, let me continue. Now, and every country is guilty of human farming. Wow, that's serious. Now, don't confuse human farming with human trafficking, which is also evil. Human trafficking to me, I think, is prostitution. Yes, that's right. Human farming is what governments do in the name of the law. Okay? Human farming is what governments do in the name of the law. The people of this earth have been enslaved. The people of this earth have been enslaved, and the farmers have cleverly convinced their livestock, you and I, that you are free. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes, it's true. I think the admin is making a very strong point there. Wake up, people. Human farming is not freedom. Human farming is evil, and that's what they've been doing to us. And we actually go to work every morning. We'll go to work, we'll come back late in the evening. We don't even have time for our families. We can't even help our families. That's the kind of, you see, it has eaten so much deep into the mind that anything that happens, we first of all ask, does the government approve of it? Does the government approve of it? You see, that's the kind of mental slavery that we have been set into bondage. We've been placed upon, and it's appalling. It's bad. Now, if you want true freedom, then as an individual, you must stand up for freedom. TBC, through its membership agreement, allows you the opportunity to find TBC through its membership agreement allows you the opportunity to fund your own freedom by uniting with others globally that want to fund their freedom too. I think this is a reasonable statement that the admin is making. Yes, I think, and that's a call for us to wake up and go out there and then tell people about this. This is so good to be true. It's so good to be true. But it hasn't come to the eyes of so many people hasn't they have not been able to comprehend. The beautiful thing, we are moving gradually every day into our realm of abundance based on paid membership. You can come into the TBC community and you're not a paid member. If you're not a paid member, then fine, it's okay, no problem. You can't have a wallet. But you see, for us to be able to stand firm, and then for there to be commitment, I've been saying that ever since we've been referencing our membership based on people that have made payments, $10 yearly payments. You see that there has been an active commitment to the TBC send button meetings, and our numbers are beginning to grow exponentially. Okay, so let's go ahead. When 1% of the global population have more wealth than the other 99% of people globally combined, this is shameful and bad. As is the case now, in 2016, it allows this evil the strength to do anything it wishes to do without any real resistance. Evil left unchecked always results in death, and you have been marked to die a horrible and unnatural death at the hands of this monstrous evil. Wow. Now this is scary. This is quite scary. Are you a dumb ass cattle? Are you a dumbass? Are you as dumb as cattle? Are you going to be led without any resistance to your own destruction? Has the current system blinded you from seeing the truth? For your sake, I hope not. For your sake, I hope not. Okay, now I don't like this statement because these things has actually opened my eyes to understand that really so many things has been going wrong within our world, and we actually saw it as very normal. But no, it hasn't been, and it is never normal. Let me read it again. Are you as dumb as an ass? Are you as dumb as cattle? Are you going to be led without resistance to your own destruction? Has the current system blinded you from seeing the truth? For your sake, I hope not. Okay, now let's continue. Now, there is a better way for humanity to go. As it has been said, know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. I like that. I like that. Admin, you're so wow. You're just wow. Okay, seek the truth, and surely you shall find it. Okay, that's fine. And help your fellow man to also know the truth. Understand that the 99% outnumber the 1% of the 1%, and that is our power. We can peacefully unite without enticing violence. Violence never serves the 99%, it only serves the 1%. The ultimate answer to our dilemma is love. We must do a better job at loving one another. This is so interesting and loving. Now, within love, you cannot find doubt, fear, or hate. When humanity gravitates towards love, it will shelter the homeless, it will feed the hungry, it will clothe the naked, it will free the captives from bondage. Oh, Admin, you sound so passionate. I feel so touched. Now, let me continue. Wealth has wealth has a purpose. Wealth should not be used to lift wealth should be used to lift all of humanity out of misery, out of the misery it has only known. You do have the right to make an agreement, regardless of what country you are from. You are born with the right to make agreements. Your journey within the TBC community starts out with an agreement. The membership agreement of TBC will lead you to great wealth. Some of you will become billionaires, and many of you will become millionaires, while the price of TBC goes up effortlessly by design. Your ability to sell TBC coins will require an effort from you. That is the cash flow that the admin has been talking about. Now, buying TBC coins is the easy part of your personal wealth creation within this special community. Buying TBC coins is the easy part of your personal wealth creation within this special community. Now, you must possess a firm will to stand up for the current price of TBC all along its journey until each TBC coin is worth a billion. Now it's no more a billion euro, it's now a billion grains of gold. Collectively, this community can spread wealth virally. Wow, that's wonderful. Throughout the entire world until its members exceed a billion members. Of course, we'll definitely get there. At this point, humanity can be freed from the shackles of human farming. Yes, I agree with you. Humanity can completely mature into a unique purpose. Humanity can humanity can completely mature into a state of universal prosperity and abundance. This is this is as it should be. Now, we were not meant to live in bondage. We each have not we each have a unique purpose and have each been given the gifts needful to fulfill that purpose. Participation within the TBC community is not forced. It is by invitation only. Yet, through active participation within the TBC community, we will each learn better how to love each other until there is no more poor and hungry among us. I think the admin is really making a whole lot of sense. Now, this is our mission. The TBC coins are simply a tool to teach us how to treat one another in a much better way. In our world today, what we are seeing is violence, And so many people are actually selfish. Selfishness is born out of the fact that we are afraid that what we have will soon finish. That is the scarcity mindedness that has been perpetrated by the elites. And the Lord shall definitely punish them for their wicked deeds. Honestly speaking, I don't know the right word to I don't know how to express my grievances, about this evil that they've been doing. Honestly speaking, I don't know the right words to use, but it's okay. No problem. We are definitely going to break through. Now, let me continue. Now, disbelief and fear are the main things that hold you back from a world that is filled with joy and abundance. Practice being strong. Show everyone that comes in contact with you love, and your reward will be a meaningful life. It may not be easy to take this journey, but I promise you it will be worth it. I promise you it will be worth it. I think the admin has really made a very reasonable point. Honestly speaking, admin, you are wonderful. Thank you very much. Now let's go into the mission statement. Let's go into the mission statement of TBC. Now let's read this mission statement. And this was done on May 13th. Our mission is to serve one another with love and respect, and use the billion coin to lift humanity out of hunger, poverty, and misery. May the scales of ignorance fall from each that we touch, and may they each embrace a life full of abundance and prosperity as they accept our offer of free membership within TBC community, that within it they can enjoy all the benefits of using a completely decentralized cryptocurrency that truly respects the financial privacy of each that use it. Now, it's within our power to bring in merchants of all kinds from every corner of the earth to accept TBC for payment for their goods and services. May the billion coin reach its full potential one day when the community grows to a billion verified members, locking the ultimate price of TBC to 1 billion grains of gold. Our mission is great. Our mission is good. May each of us do our part to fulfill it. And I think I cover it in Jesus' name. I answer it in Jesus' name. Yes, it's possible. Now let's also look into this. The agreement makes all this possible. Okay. And after I look into this, then we can now, I think, call it a close. Like, wow, this is nice. Now, first of all, let's look. How is all of this possible through TBC? Okay, and let's read. Now, one of the reasons why TBC is called the billion coin is because the ultimate price maxes out at 1 billion euros per coin. That's per TBC coin. So that means anyone holding onto each, even just one TBC coin, could become a billionaire someday. At this time, the current price of TBC is a long way from the billion euro, and it may seem to some impossible for TBC coin to ever arrive at the price of 1 billion euro per coin. Now, to get there, according to the formula, we would need to get 1 billion people from around the world to each become verified members of the Billion Coin community. We will get there ultimately, and it's because of our membership agreement. I think this membership agreement is a very strong one. Now, here's the agreement. All members of the TPC community agree that this coin will never go down in value. It can only go up in price. This agreement is hinged on the software program that drives the price of TBC up by 1% to 5% daily until it reaches the ultimate price. Its ultimate price. Now, within those few words of the agreement, it does carry a lot of meaning. People from all over the world are sick and tired of artificial scarcity ruining their lives, which was covered briefly in another article. On this blog, abundance and prosperity are very natural things within the universe, and powerful people have been leading the people in mass to believe in the deception called scarcity. When people allow the cryptocurrency TBC to propel them into wealth with a software formula, they are making an agreement. Let me read it again. When people allow the cryptocurrency TBC to propel them into wealth with a software formula, they are making an agreement. Now, do the people at large have the right to make that agreement? This will, of course, be debated. So, I want to arm you with some simple facts. First of all, people make agreements all the time without giving it much thought. Each time a person puts something in their mouth, or chooses to wear a certain brand, or selects a home to live in, and so on. In each case, they are making agreements. So, of course, people have the right to make agreements. Each agreement has a consequence. If an agreement brings harm to another in any way, it could be seen as a bad agreement. All right, so we're almost there. Now, if you if you can get a person to believe in artificial scarcity, you can also get them to make a whole series of bad agreements. Now, the fact that we live in a world filled with hunger, poverty, and war are all indicators that the people at this time have all made a long list of bad agreements. Wow. Once the people in mass consciously choose to believe in abundance and prosperity for all, then we can do away with the plagues of hunger, poverty, war, as well as many other things that are harmful to humanity. I hope this is beginning to open up your eyes to see the truth. Abundance and prosperity should be available to everyone, regardless of where they were born, or anything else for that matter. Okay? Now let me finish up. Within the part that the current within the part that the current price of TBC will take, it has many opportunities to create wealth, even vast wealth for those that agree to use it. That's great. If you don't want to take advantage of this opportunity, they are free to they are free to not be a part of this. No one is being forced to use this cryptocurrency. The fact that Bitcoin has proven to stand up as a real currency means that all cryptocurrencies can also stand up as a real currency too, or as real currencies too. Bitcoin, the first cryptocurrency, has pioneered the path for all cryptocurrencies. Yes, our membership agreement makes us different, but fundamentally, we are just another cryptocurrency. We have every right to a part of this. Embrace the idea that wealth can be spread through this special agreement. I think the admin needs a round of applause. Honestly speaking, this article is so motivating and so encouraging. Okay? All right. What else will I have to say now? I think I've said something worthwhile. Now, the final thing I'm going to look into is the billioncoin.info. Okay. All right. I think I like this. Now, the power to transform the world into abundance for all is contained in our formula. What's the formula? Now, I wouldn't want to go into the details of this formula, but I'm actually showing us this. But I wouldn't want to go into the full details because I have a limited time. So I think I'll stop here. Now, the only thing I'll look into is the part. If I look into the part, then I'll call it a close. So now, what does the part say? It said the part the current price takes from the initial price to the ultimate price is determined by a software formula that measures the average daily growth in verified members of the Billion Coin community and rewards that growth in kind. From the day of launch on 21st of March 2016, the current price can either follow a 1 to 5% path towards the ultimate price and will increase daily by 1 to 5% until it reaches the ultimate price. Now, see chart below on how the current price could go for the first year as an example on how the current price will continue to increase daily ongoing. All right, let's see the chart. Okay, I think it's 1%, it's 2%, it's 3%, 4%, and 5%. I know when it started. I didn't join here. It was here I joined. And then it went down, and then it's less than this now. Because the total number of people that are coming every day, I think they are less than 100. Within the period of 50 to 60 or 50 to 80 or 50 to 100. It's okay, TBC community, I think we're moving forward. By the grace of God, we're definitely going to get there. The most important thing is for us to engage in cash flow. And as long as we're engaging in cash flow, I know that we'll be making some reasonable amount of money. Okay? All right. And if there are any questions that anyone has to ask, you could also drop it on the chat box and I can always respond. Okay? So lastly, tomorrow is the last day to capture the 500% bonus in Cookie Reward. Now, according to Nigeria, if you're not able to do your broadcast now, that's it. You've lost it and you've lost it. You will never be able to get it again. Okay? All right. So I think I'll stop here and I shall continue again very soon. So let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, and sorry, if there are any questions to ask, I'd like you to feel free, ask questions, let me answer you. If there are any questions to ask, feel free, ask me questions, and then I'll answer you if there are any questions. But if there are no questions to ask, fine. So far so good. There are 2 people watching. And if you are here, please, I'm quite informed about the happenings of TBC. So don't be afraid I'm a novice. I'm not a novice. I'm quite informed. Whatever questions you have to ask me, feel free, open the air, ask me questions. I would respond to you. But if there are no questions to ask, then it's okay. I think I'll call it a close. So I would give it like few minutes to see whether we have any questions to ask. All right, I'm holding on. Thank you. And I guess we were able to get 1 or 2 things from the little live broadcast I did. Everything about TBC is based on agreement. Transaction ID, the confirmations, everything is on agreement. I think TBC is just the best. This is how Bitcoin was supposed to be, but somehow Bitcoin was contaminated and it was thrown to the coin market cap, thrown to the public exchange, and that's it. Now Bitcoin has been compromised. Let's have a look at the coin market cap before I call it a close. Okay, now this is the coin market cap. Now look at the value of Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin. The value of Bitcoin still has been rigmaroling between 5,000 to 8,000. Now tell me how this system is going to go high. Now all the old values are down. Only this one is up by 0.27. Everything is down. Now is this a system? Is this a system that you are relying on? I really wonder how many guys rely on this kind of system. To me, this system is so unreliable. So why do people so love it? Why can't people just go to a system of abundance? And then they keep saying, let's go to the coin market cap. Really? That's wow. Okay. Since I'm not seeing any questions. So since there are no questions, please like my video before you go. Like my video before you go. And I guess this person coming in now came in quite late because I just saw 2 people. And I was about rounding off. So I think I'll stop here. I shall continue again some other time. So take care of yourself. Cheers. Good night some other time. Bye for now.